Yeah, I know I was just live for a whole nother reason. But now I got to be live right now because we need to deal with this. We need to have a serious talk, man. We do. We need to have a serious talk, right? And before I get started, I just want to say, before I get started, y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. All of y'all. Haters, trolls, believers, non-believers, good people, all my people, no matter what color you are, doesn't matter. I love you. So, why am I live? First off, I just had a big laugh. I was just cracking up, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why I was cracking up. What's going on, Judy, my bad. Hey, do me a favor, everybody. Share this. Share this. I'm doing this live because of what just happened on Facebook. Okay? I got to show you guys this post that I made. Okay? I made a post. Well, I just shared a post, actually, because I agree with it. So the post says, your melanin is not your Messiah, and Jesus died for your sin, not your skin. Right? And ironically enough, I shared this. The reason why I shared this post was because of I got a lot of racist folks that are on X. There's a lot of racism stuff on X. And I shared this post over on Facebook. And it's like, this was not like this is in general. First off, this is for if you're black or you're white or whatever color you are, your melanin is not your Messiah. And Jesus died for your sin, not your skin. If you disagree with that sentiment, something wrong. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. Something's not clicking, registering. Let me ask you guys right now that are watching me. Do you find anything wrong with this sentiment? Anybody? Let me know in the chat. What do you feel when you read this? Does this strike you as racist? Does this strike you as somebody that's like I don't know, being hateful towards black folks? Let me ask you that. Does this seem hateful towards black people? And I'm black. No, not at all, right? Let me see the comments. Facts. Nope. Not at all. No, not at all. Nope. I find nothing wrong with it. Okay. Nope. Okay. A lot of people saying no. You can't see it. It said, let me read it for you if you can't see here. I'll put it up on full screen. Put it on a full screen. Your melanin is not your Messiah, and Jesus died for your sin, not your skin. Not racist in any way, shape, or form, right? In fact, I think it preaches to the contrary, calling people to not be racist, and especially don't involve God in your racist theatrics. Is that correct? Would you guys agree with that? That's what I feel that's saying, right? Okay. Well, somebody in the comments doesn't feel that way. So let me read you the comment. Listen to this comment right here. Said, I can't believe how racist you are, and you're black. It's a joke. This SHIT is getting cringy. Right? Then goes on to say, and a further down, a long this was well thought out. This is a paragraph, dude. This is like a little book. So it says, LMAO, this is worse than I thought. You've made it so blatantly clear how you resent black people. Me? I've made it clear how I resent black people? Okay. It has to be your dad. How dare you? Make an assumption. You just made an assumption about my father who's dead. Died when I was 2. Are you out of your mind? Say, has to be because black people who identify as black people aren't making, it has to be because black people who identify as black people aren't making diss posts about black people. What diss post did I ever make about a black person for being black? So I'm thinking that you're talking about the videos that I made about Candace Owens, but it wasn't because she was black. It was because Candace Owens was lying. Okay? Then she goes on to say, but people like you who have problems drawing a line in the dirt straddle the fence like this. Hey, sis, I ain't straddling the fence. I'm a believer. I don't play the racial idolatry. I don't worship my race. I don't worship your race. I don't worship no race. I worship God. All right, let's get that understood. People who grew up with you had no idea you were half white until you became a J6er. Now I know you don't know me. You can't know me and believe that. Everybody that knows my mother, everybody knows my mom. Everybody knows that I was half white, am half white, whatever. It doesn't even matter. But everybody knows that, but you're making another assumption, which, by the way, is a joke. But the truth of the matter, Cash, is my Messiah is my melanin. And therein lies your problem. Okay? I think you read it wrong. I think you might have read it wrong because you're saying that your Messiah is your melanin because his skin is bronze and his hair is wool. And I promise nobody you know with fine hair and skin with melanin deficiency can identify as such either. Pick a side and plant your feet there. It's apparent you despise anything to do with you that's black, which is fine, but stop talking shit while you're at it. Okay, buddy? Sis, you got some real, listen, first, I'm not even gonna say that. Look, I love you. Let me say that. I love you, and I think you misread. I think you read the post wrong or something, because there's no way possible that you could get that I hate being black or hate black people, right? From that post. It's literally calling people out of racism. I don't get how I'm disconnected from what it is that you're upset about, right? You think, oh, that's what it is? They think I'm saying that Jesus ain't black. Look, I don't care what color Jesus is. I'm just glad that he came and died for my sins, whether he's black, brown. I don't think he's white. I can tell you that. I don't think that Jesus, when he came down and walked the earth in Africa, that he was white, but it doesn't matter to me if he was, or if he's black, or if it doesn't matter. Jesus' color shouldn't matter. He never said to go and make black disciples out of all nations. No, he called people to go out into all nations of the earth. He didn't say just go to black folks, just go to white folks. He didn't say none of that. Why would it matter about his race if that's what you're upset about? And which wasn't even my argument. It wasn't even my argument. But the thing is, now I see you quoted the hair like wool, and the bronze or whatever you said, the bronze skin. Okay, well, since we're being technical, right? Let me just go ahead and be technical back. If you read the text properly, it says hair white like wool. Not saying that his hair wasn't, it could have been like wool. I don't know. But it says hair white like wool. It doesn't say texture of hair like wool. It says white like wool. And then when you talk about his feet were like brass refined in fire. Brass refined in fire. Right? I believe this. Well, let's look. Where's my Bible? It's in the living room. Let me just Google it. Let me Google it. Brass refined in fire verse. Let's see. Revelations 1:5. All right, says let's read it. His head and hair were white like wool. And this is in the New King James Version. So it says that his head and hair were white like wool, which obviously, if his hair and his skin was the same color, I don't think that he would have skin in this vision. I think that I think they're trying to describe, because it's poetry, I think they're trying to describe the radiance, right? The radiance is what I believe is trying to be described there. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm rolling with, is that that's talking about God's radiance, right? As white as snow. Oh, that even goes even further. So you trying to tell me that Jesus was an albino, apparently. You're telling me that Jesus was an albino, since you're mad about that, because it says his head and hair, not just his hair, his head and hair were white like wool, as white as snow, it says. So obviously, you're saying that Jesus looked like powder, right? And his eyes like a flame of fire. So Jesus' eyes must have been orange, right? Is what you now, since we're getting petty now and we're arguing the semantics. Jesus had white skin and orange eyes. Okay, we can roll with that. Sounds like an albino so far. That's what I'm rolling with. His feet were like fine brass, as if refined in a furnace. Okay, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Okay, I wonder what, just for argument's sake, what does brass look like? Refined in fire. Let's go for an image. I want to see. Brass. Refined in fire. Come on, give me a picture. Okay, kind of gold. Okay, kind of gold. But it's not black, and it's definitely not white. So, I mean, you're arguing with me about what? I don't get what you're arguing with me. What do you want me to tell you, that Jesus is a black man? Does that matter? Because I'm pretty sure you're going to see a lot of white folks, brown folks, red folks, yellow folks, every kind of folks in heaven. What, they not supposed to be there because that shouldn't be their Messiah? I'm lost at what it is that you're upset about. I don't get it. And then this is the thing, right? And now I'm gonna vent. I'm gonna vent, okay? This is the problem that I have. It's not black women, right? It's not women in general. It's not none. My problem is ignorance. Ignorance. So because I'm a J6er in your mind, right? Because I'm a J6er, I'm somehow, every post that I make somehow has got something to do with being against black. And ironically, it's just because I'm not super pro-black in your eyes that you got a problem. You got a problem that I don't come on here and spew the black hate, you know what I'm saying? Or condemn white folks and praise everything. You're the same person that told me that you need to respect black women and a black woman's voice. And I don't, listen to me. I don't respect nothing evil. I don't care if it's a black woman, white woman, red woman, man, it doesn't matter. What you're saying, the things that you're talking about, is hateful, sis. It's hateful. I'm not calling you hateful. So the things that you're saying, they're hateful. You don't like that I point things out that are wrong with society. Okay. But yet you don't stop following me. You stay in the comments. And I appreciate it. I'm glad I hope that one day that you'll learn something, right? Even more so, I hope you pick up the overall message of what it is that I be trying to give, which is togetherness, unity, regardless of color, regardless of whatever. But instead, you come in the comments all the time negative. Why is it that you're so negative? And it's not even a valid argument. And it doesn't even, and I'm sorry to say this, but sister, you sound ignorant. I read this post a couple times, and at first I cracked up. I was literally laughing. And then I'm like, okay, no, hold on, wait a minute. This kind of deranged. That's a deranged statement for you to make. It's deranged. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just like, yo, what is going on here? What is your problem? For real, I want to know, what is your problem? Say that's what it is, Cash, it's ignorance. Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't Jesus be a Middle Eastern man? I don't know. Could be all day. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. He didn't come for any specific color of person. He came for all of mankind, literally everybody. You know? Say like copper tan color, but who cares? It's not exactly. You know, a lot of people, and I got to say it, right? A lot of people are so concerned with the color of Jesus, but you could tell that their lives does not reflect his teaching or his message. How about you preach that? How about you stop preaching what color he was and just preach his message? I bet you'll be a little more effective then. Instead of talking about drawing a line in the sand based off of my color, you got to be out of your mind. You have got to be out of your mind. So I'm supposed to just side with black folks because I'm black, even if they're wrong. White people are supposed to side with white people because they're white, even if they're wrong. That's what by your logic, right? Everybody got to stick together with their side against another side because of their color, even if they're wrong. How stupid does that sound? How stupid does that sound? See, I try not to come on here and be like this, right? And I feel like I'm still within the bounds. Like I ain't gone outside of myself, but it gets me upset. And then here's the thing. Somebody will come in my comments and see that. And now you done started the whole thing because now they look into my Facebook comments around this post and they say, oh, look at this hateful woman. And if they are racist, well, now you fit the stereotype because you just posted something so stupid and so ignorant in the comment section and then promoting your race and then talk about what color Jesus is because that matters. And then getting mad about somebody that they talking about they straddling the line. I need to stick. Now you're pushing the whole racial tension that we try to get away from. It's stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. Your comment, very stupid. Very stupid. Dumb. Stupid comment. And the only reason I'm not saying your name on here is because I don't want you to look stupid to everybody who will end up seeing this video. I'd rather you understand that I'm pointing out that that is stupid and maybe you correct yourself. Maybe just go and delete it. I'm not. I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to leave that comment right there. You could go and you could delete your own comment and maybe rethink what it was that I was actually saying. And maybe you can kind of understand me a little bit better through this live. But I'm going to tell you what I don't tolerate. I don't care how long you've been following me or how long you've known me. And that's another thing that I don't care about. Let's put it on the table. Another thing I don't care about is how long you feel you've known me. I do not care. I don't care. I have a very, very limited patience when it comes to ignorance, and even more limited patience when it comes to blatant racism, and even more limited patience when it comes, and this is going to sound chauvinistic, when it comes to a loudmouth woman who don't know me trying to tell me something. You not my mom, you not my wife. Shut your mouth. How about that? Just shut your mouth before you fix your lips to try to say something. Because I'm nice on here. I'm nice on here. And I try to be nice in real life. But what I fight from being is what you're going to end up coming out. God forbid. And then it's bad. And I'm trying real hard to refrain from being that. Because I don't want to be that. And I don't want to make you feel this big. But you need to correct the things before you come online, especially on my post. Especially on mine. And it's not just this one post. It's a couple posts that you constantly just nitpicking something stupid about Trump or about being black or about being a woman. And things that I just don't care about. I don't care that you're a black woman. I don't care. I don't care that you're mad about the fact that I'm a J6er. I don't care. I really don't care. It does not bother. You made me laugh at you on accident. I did. I was cracking up in my living room at the stupid comment. Cut it out. Cut it out. For real. God, if that was too much, then forgive me, because I'm trying. I'm a work in progress, Lord. You know. You know me. I'm trying. But it's so dumb, you guys. And this goes for everybody that's watching right now that happens to see this video in the future. Racism is stupid. The whole thing of you choosing, oh, you got to draw a line in the sand because of your color it's stupid. It is stupid. It's dumb. Like, it's hateful. And a person that calls himself a believer in Christ that can point and say that you need to draw a line in the sand based off of race, then, I mean, you're not following Christ. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're following Satan. Let's just be real. If you're a racist, you're following Satan. It's simple. Plain and simple. If you think you're better than somebody because of your color or think that they're less than you because of their color, you're following Satan. You're not following God. It's really that simple. Okay? Now, I can understand if you're like, well, I can't be around these people that are doing this specific evil sin. I don't want to be around that sin. I understand. You know, I don't want to be like me personally. I don't hang around men that cheat on their wives. You know what I'm saying? That's just it's a personal rule that I have. If I know a brother and he doing something foul and I don't want to be around him because I don't want to be responsible if somebody asks me something and then, I don't want to lie. So I just don't hang around men that cheat on their wives. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. I don't hang around women that cheat on their husbands. I don't hang around women, period. Unless I'm with my wife. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I don't do because I don't want to be close to that sin. I don't want that to rub off on me. I don't go and hang out in bars. I don't. You know why? Because I know that I might end up slipping up and saying, you know what, man, let me go ahead and get me a drink. And I ain't talking about no wine or no beer. I'm talking about a drink, right? So I don't do that. I don't go hang out on the block no more. Even though I got brothers out there that I love them dearly. I won't go hang out on the block no more. Because I know that if something pops off, then I'm going to have to, be a way that I don't want to be. So I just stay away from that. But that's reasonable. But to say, oh, I'm not going to go and hang out with that person. They haven't drawn a line in the sand on where they stand if they're black or they're white. No, that's just the stupidest. I don't want to be around somebody that even thinks like that. I don't even want to be associated with that. That's the stupidest thing, one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard, ever in my life. I mean, yeah, it's sad. It is. It's a sad thing. But you can get mad. You can get mad, and you can keep commenting away if you want to your heart's desire. But just know that now it's probably going to be people that see this comment, and they probably I'm going to tell everybody, if you see that comment, come at them with like you can scold, obviously. It's okay to say, especially if a person claims to be a part of the body. You a part of the body, yeah, you can be scolded 100%, and what you are saying is wrong. So if you do come across this person in the comments on Facebook, do me a favor. Don't say any name. Don't call names, don't call them. Yeah, come at them with love. Come at them with love. Come at them and scold them. Like, hey, sometimes love hurts. And let's just be real about that. That's real. Sometimes when you rebuke somebody, it's going to hurt. It's not meant to feel good. Pain is the best teacher. Let's get that clear. That's why I'm making this live right now. Pain is the best teacher. And it will hurt you to hear the truth from real believers. So, yeah, let that be that. But don't do that. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't. That's just ridiculous. It is. Oh, we got another comment. Oh, let's see. Let's see the comment. Oh, I got to see it. Hold on. I got to see the comment. It's another one. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it's just a like. Okay. Oh, no, it is a comment. Let me see. Let me ask you a question. If a black man from Iran were attacking a white American man with a mustache, whose side would you take? That's actually a good question. That is a good question. That's a good one. But I'm sure they're gonna say, I'll never help any white. Well, let me not say that. I'm sure, because that I'll be lying. I'm not sure that that's what they would say. But because of the way that they wrote the post about straddling the line in the sand, I'm assuming that they're gonna say that they're gonna stand with the black person because they got the line is drawn in. It's not about being an American. No, it's about being black. It's about being black, according to this person. Doesn't matter being black, even though the rest of the world does not feel that way. It does not feel that way. Blows my mind. It blows my mind. How people, how do you come to these conclusions? How do you do it? I mean, and I'm speaking as a person that's black, right? You got a couple like groups, a couple groups where people come together as being black, right? Not to hate white folks or nothing like that, but come together in like the Black excellence movement and doing something positive and doing something good. And that's dope. And I'm with that all day. Do your thing. And it's the same thing when you got white folks that come together, like, and say, we're going to do something good. And I'm cool with all of that. Anybody that's trying to come together to do something good, I'm for that. But then you got the ones, a lot of the ones from all races, right? Well, all colors of the race, because there's only one race. Let's be real. There's only one race. It's humans. The color construct, that was just literally created to divide. And that's proven through history. But I'm not going to be the one to teach you, because that's a whole nother live if I made you understand how the racial construct even came about. I'm sure you probably had to have read it. I mean, making such beautiful, beautiful comments the way that you did on my Facebook post. You have to know. Or that super sarcasm coming out of me. And there's no way that you could possibly know. Otherwise, you would have not made that kind of comment. If you had that level of understanding and comprehension, there's no way you would have made that comment. It's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, yeah. But yeah, there's those ones that come together simply to cause harm. That's on all fronts. Whether that's a Klansman or a Black Klansman, and that's what I call them now. Black Klansmen. You got the Black Klansmen and you got the White Klansmen. You got the Mexican Klansmen. You got all in between. Ones that just all about their race, la raza, or the whole white supremacy, and then you got the whole black people are God, and all of them. You got all of those people, all the crazies is what I'm gonna call them, all the crazy people. We ain't got no part in them. And when I say we, I mean the believers, because the people that I stand with, look, they come in all shapes and sizes and colors and all of that. My people are God's people. Get that understood. My people are God's people. They come in Republican. They come in Democrat. They come in black. They come in white. They come in brown. They come in red. They come in male. They come in female. Yeah. They come in Chinese. They come in Italian. They come in Mexican. They come in African. They come in European. You see that? That's my people. So when you tell me I need to draw a line in the sand, sis, I have drawn my line in the sand. You know where my line is drawn in the sand at? On this side, believers, kingdom citizens. And then there's your side, the non-believers, the non-kingdom citizens. Like, oh no, I do believe in Jesus. I'm gonna tell you what Jesus told them. So what? You say you believe. The demons know that there's a God and believe that there's a God. What does that mean? How are you any different than that demon? I mean, you're both spewing hate. You're both, disobeying what God told you to be and told you to do. So how are you any different than the demon? Just a question. Maybe you're completely different. I don't know. But I can tell you this. You need to fix yourself. You need to fix yourself. And next time that you want to come on my post and comment something, I will say, look, first off, you should be nice, but I got a better idea. How about instead of trying to argue with this man, you go and argue with your man. Do that. Okay? Do that. Or just don't argue at all. Just hit the unfollow button. It's simple. It's ironic how many people forget that there's literally an unfollow button. You can unfollow. I don't like hearing Cash talk about anything that's not pro-black. Okay, unfollow, because you're never going to get me to talk about anything that's just simply pro-black. I talk about pro-Christ. Plain and simple. That's it. Oh, I don't like how Cash talks about black women. I wasn't talking about black women. I was talking about a black woman who was doing something that was, in my opinion, wrong. Not because she was a black woman, but because she was saying stuff that was wrong. And she calls herself a believer. You see that? I'm looking at her as a person that's supposed to be a believer saying something wrong. You're looking at her as a black woman. That's your problem. That's a problem. Normally I ignore stuff like this, but you've been seeking attention for, I don't know how long now. You've been wanting some attention. So here you go. Here's your attention. I hope you're happy. I do. I hope that this chastisement, or whatever you want to call it, rebuke, I don't know. Was that since we're talking Jesus, that'll be the word. The rebuke that you just received. changes you a little bit. That's what I hope. What's going on, Silver Wolf? How you doing? So we got a lot more viewers in here right now. So with that, I want to ask you all a question. I'm gonna pull it back up so you can see. I needed to rant. I needed to get this off my chest because it first, like I say, I laughed, but then it really just, it made me upset. I got mad. I'm like, I'm so sick of seeing this person commenting, and I don't want to block them because, you know, it's just, I hate blocking. I do. I hate it. I don't like it. One more stupid comment though, and I might consider. All right. One more. Oh, God, forgive me if I did anything wrong. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I feel like that was right on point. What you think? Was that good? Was that good? I think we did good. Say that was a rebuke. I like it. Yeah. Don't entertain fools. Yo, if that ain't the best, that's real right there. Gifted, you say you can't hear me? Everybody else can hear me. Gifted. Loved it. Good. I like it. I love the post. See, me too. When I saw it, I was like, man, that is solid right there. Yo, that's a good post right there. I'm going to share that because of the racist dude that I seen talking crap over on X. So I'm going to share it because I identify with that. That's literally what made me share it. And then, yeah, it's crazy. Agreed. When we go to heaven, it's going to be all God's children, regardless of skin color. Yeah, all day. Wholesome. I like that word. Thank you. You did not do anything wrong, Cash. Thank you. Okay, just making sure, because, you know, sometimes I can get a little ahead of myself, and then when I get fired up, but I've been practicing not being crazy and saying nothing too out of pocket and just attacking the issue or the statement and not the person, right? Because you know how it is. You can say a whole bunch of horrible names to somebody, like, you mother, you can do all those things. You know the words. I'm not going to say it. But you know all the words. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, when the post was up, you didn't hear anything. Oh, I was talking. Oh, okay. I didn't know you couldn't hear that. So when I do this, I wasn't on screen. Yep. It makes sense. Okay. That's why. Yeah, you didn't hear me. Dang, that means that I probably did that earlier when I was talking. But yeah, that's the post, man. I'm just like, is there anything wrong there? It's not. It's nothing. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. And if you see something wrong with it, you're a racist. Let's just be real. You're the racist. You're the racist. If you find something wrong with that post, you're the racist. Are we clear? You've got the racial brain. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Okay. I think I got it all out. Are we good? Everybody good? We straight? Okay. I'm just making sure because Jesus, help her, God. With that, I'm about to get off. I hope you have a good day. Unite. Don't fight. Be a street light because only you could be the change you wish to see in this world. And when you get too stressed out by stupid posts from people on the internet, gotta remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. Your brain falls apart and you become a racist. Ridiculous.